I have an urgent question, and I need your total honesty because I'm certain we're destined to grow into inseparable companions after the conclusion of our brief but life-altering talk. Can you recall the morning you awoke and the initial phrases emerging from your lips, or perhaps merely within your psyche, or something quite spectacular? Phrases like, "I'm gifted, I'm prepared. This day shall prove to be truly magnificent." At what point recently did that occur? If you're currently right here staring towards your device attempting to recall, stay calm since nearly everyone lacks that memory too. Countless individuals awaken and the primary thing they utter aloud or within the quiet stage of their private soul is more like, "Oh man, why today?" or "I'm utterly exhausted," or "I'm certain this day will become a tragedy." And next they marvel, God save them, why destiny repeatedly provides them that identical bland broth daily after daily. Listen, precious soul, I'm present now to discuss with you the pair of strongest terms within this whole human tongue, potentially within every dialect. Two tiny bits which, when you link the perfect concept onto them, will definitely revolutionize the complete horizon of your existence. Those twin phrases are merely this: I am. Now, until you act dismissive and leave and I notice you lingering near that exit, listen here. This isn't empty jargon. This isn't something I'm creating just to offer you stones or some quite pricey diary. What I'm starting to reveal to you is grounded in something primal, something rational, something which those finest minds, saints, scholars, plus truly, also current experts have been orbiting about for eras. And I'll start to deliver it towards you plainly, with some slight comedy included because existence is way too brief for learning facts in any dull manner. So rest here, find relaxation, and let's start. I wish to initially recognize something significant. I aim to validate that you're likely present because certain things in your world aren't exactly moving the path you desired. Perhaps it's your wealth. Perhaps you perceive that cash holds a private grudge against you. It appears only briefly enough for greeting and next vanishes like some poor meeting. Possibly it's your wellness or your partnerships or your vocation. Perhaps you've attempted optimistic meditation previously and it seems similar to placing a small dressing onto a quite massive injury. Maybe you've posed before a glass, stared yourself inside that vision, and spoke some mantra you saw within some portal and felt completely foolish while nothing shifted. And you returned into being trapped. I understand, I perceive, and I need you to realize that your pain is genuine and it's legitimate, and you aren't fractured. You're merely functioning with ancient data similar to a mobile which hasn't been refreshed for seasons. Entirely fine hardware only utilizing quite obsolete programming. Now we shall proceed to upgrade you. There is a truth which no one explains you plainly enough. Your speech isn't merely noise. They aren't only waves within the atmosphere which perish the second they exit your mouth. Your vocabulary, and particularly your I am declarations, are directives. They're immediate orders dispatched into the most potent inventive energy within this cosmos which simply dwells within you. Each solo instance you utter I am, you're fundamentally endorsing a holy agreement. You're informing this existence, yes, kindly deliver me plenty of this. So whenever you arise during the dawn and claim, "I'm so drained this reality, bless its quite factual spirit," replies fantastic additional fatigue arriving immediately now. When you state, "I'm awful regarding finances," this cosmos won't ever debate with you. It doesn't mention, "Wait, look, that isn't completely false." It merely mentions, "Acknowledge," validating. Deficient concerning wealth, order accepted. And next it quite usefully organizes events which verify precisely whatever you claimed. This isn't discipline. This isn't this world acting mean or uncaring. This is truly the cosmos acting remarkably helpful. The disaster is purely that many humans have been offering it those incorrect orders for decades and eras without ever noticing it. Now, let me offer you the physics here since I trust you merit each, the beauty and the reason. There's a region in your mind which doctors label it the reticular activating structure, which seems frightening, but remain here, which functions like a screen. Your skull accepts roughly around 11 million units of data every individual moment from your surroundings. 11 million. But your aware intellect might only handle nearly 40 through 50 of those units per second. So your gray matter must determine what enters in plus what remains pushed out. And Why will it choose? It screens depending upon whatever you hold as reality regarding yourself and your existence. Thus, whenever you constantly claim I'm cursed, your mind actually begins blocking all proof of fortune and great success within your days. It grows into a quite literal biological way, sightless towards possibility. And when you begin stating I am blessed, I'm led, I'm assisted, your head starts gently at start, then, while gaining speed to observe every the fashion in which that's purely fact. That chance was forever present, that great luck was constantly nearby. You purely couldn't perceive this since you had provided your screen those flawed directives. This isn't sorcery, though it seems like enchantment when it succeeds. This is anatomy. This is why you're constructed. And after you comprehend how you're made, you'll start to operate toward your private plan rather than contrary to it. Now there's point, it becomes really amazing. Past this brain science, and I surely adore some fine brain science, there's a concept even further in play. There exists a sacred rule more ancient than every lab which states the sound you utter with conviction travels away and won't ever come empty. It finishes the task it got dispatched for. Each holy custom upon soil within some shape or another has mentioned one variant of this. Those elder Hebrews realized it. Those saints from Asia realized it. The Greeks suggested it. And it centers back upon this easy reality. Your strongest idea wrapped within emotion plus voiced as decree grows into your human life. I am remains the title of source inside you. It's the inventive force. And whenever you link sounds onto it, everyone is triggering that manifest ability toward a quite particular aim. You aren't dreaming, you aren't yearning, you are commanding. There's a universal distinction between I wish I'll grow prosperous eventually and I am prosperous. I'm shifting toward my greatest benefit presently. One represents begging, another constitutes an order, and this world reacts to orders. Currently, I might already perceive some of you asking, but listen. If I claim I'm rich yet I check into my vault and it shows something quite contrasting, am I not merely deceiving me? Is this not some slight amount crazy? And that's an honest inquiry. And I adore you for posing it. Here's my reply. You aren't depicting your current situation. You are announcing your sacred blueprint. There's a gap between which spot you presently occupy and whatever you're within the journey of growing. While some nut is sown within the earth, it doesn't appear as some forest. Yet, if that pit might talk, plus you questioned its identity, the sincere reply wouldn't be some tiny beige object inside soil. That true response shall be, I'm a tree, because that's its inherent. That is whatever it's within the path of manifesting. You're forever inside the trip of evolving into something. That sole riddle is whether you're knowingly guiding that development or abandoning it toward that accidental noise of some wild brain. So let's become functional. Let's become wonderfully, particularly effectively useful. I wish to provide you several I am mantras, which if everyone pays attention to them every individual sunrise, not merely once, not solely when you desire, but through regularity plus with emotion, shall start to reprogram the narrative you're sharing regarding yourself. And I aim to guide you amidst them gently since the language counts, and that sentiment you link onto them counts even higher. Are you prepared? Inhale deeply. Recline up somewhat. Place your palm onto your chest if you sense drawn to, and allow the speech settle somewhere profound. I'm sacredly led within every my paths. Repeat that once with me. I am sacredly led within every my paths, not occasionally, not while situations are progressing nicely. Within every my paths. This indicates that, albeit when this trail appears puzzling, although when that guide feels incorrect, even when you can't perceive 3 feet ahead toward you, there exists some insight larger than your private individual terror which understands precisely where you're traveling and specifically how for placing you there. You needn't have to solve every detail. You're led. I'm a force for wonders. Look, this phrase is joyful, is it not? I'm a force for wonders. Speak it like you believe it. Since what defines some wonder truly? A marvel is purely some nice event you weren't awaiting. And whenever you announce yourself some force for those, you begin observing every the tiny amazing events which stayed forever occurring near you. which you stayed too occupied fretting for seeing, that vehicle space which surfaced at that precise perfect second, that ring which arrived purely as you required it, that payment within the post, that sweet phrase from some unknown. Those events occur every the day. While you're a force for wonders, you begin gathering them rather than ignoring them. I'm deserving regarding affection, plenty, plus happiness. Look, this mantra remains where many of individuals become trapped. Not since they won't accept it logically, but since at some point through that journey of existence, anybody, some guardian, some instructor, some former lover, some cruel situation persuaded them everyone was not exactly sufficient, not exactly meritorious, not exactly valuable for those truly nice outcomes. And that notion tunneled itself inward, and presently it remains below, silently obstructing each nice event which attempts to enter across that entrance. I need you for stating this mantra aloud right currently. I'm deserving regarding affection, plenty, plus happiness. Your merit is no thing everyone achieves. It's an essence you arrived with. It's your holy legacy. You didn't ever have to perform anything for meriting or inhale oxygen, correct? That atmosphere purely arrived for you since you required it. Prosperity functions that identical manner once you cease debating with your private value. I'm unlocked and welcoming toward every benefit. This idea is regarding deleting those hidden barriers. A mass of humans desire nice objects, yet they're unknowingly entirely barred for accepting them. Everyone rejects away praise. Everyone denies assistance. Everyone claims, look, I can't ever buy this, before everyone has even explored whether it's achievable. Remaining unlocked and welcoming is some dynamic selection. It's the stance for that spirit. Speak it and feel it. I'm unlocked and welcoming toward every benefit. I'm well, sound, plus finished. Currently, I wish for being quite explicit now. If you're coping through some somatic wellness struggle, kindly stay collaborating alongside your physicians. Kindly don't ever discard your pills and substitute this with some decree. Yet also comprehend how that frame attends toward this intellect. That physique remains forever, forever hearing that narrative you speak regarding it. Once you regularly state, I'm forever ill, or my anatomy forever fails me, or I possess awful DNA, your frame records data. It replies, received. Communication accepted. What might occur if alternatively you spoke? Each dawn, I'm well, sound, plus finished. My anatomy understands how for mending. My frame remains by my corner. You could become amazed whatever your frame might perform once you cease laboring contrary to it. I'm thriving within everything that I perform, not solely monetarily, however, truly monetarily also. Thriving within your concepts, thriving within your partnerships, thriving within your inventiveness. Affluence isn't merely some account total, it's some condition for surplus. It's that perception which there exists more than sufficient, higher than adequate affection, higher than adequate chance, higher than adequate clock, higher than adequate regarding every benefit. Once you journey across this planet as some thriving human within soul, that physical realm finally arrives nearby. It must. This external environment remains forever. Forever some mirror regarding that internal being. I'm inhabiting my holy mission, albeit if everyone does not totally recognize what that mission remains presently. Although if everyone remains still identifying it, everyone is permitted for announce yourself with intent before everyone holds every those specifics. Actually, that announcement remains frequently, whatever starts for illuminate those specifics. Once everyone ceases claiming I possess zero clue what I'm expected for be performing with my days, and begins stating I'm inhabiting my holy mission, and it's becoming shown toward me plainly. You generate those factors for insight for a peer. Calling isn't anything everyone discovers through hunting crazily. It's an essence everyone permits through growing quiet enough, plus certain enough concerning yourself so it might act personally identified. I'm at serenity through my history plus thrilled regarding my destiny. This mantra remains healing. So many humans stay hauling that history after them similar to some gigantic sack for fractured objects, collecting records of each error, each defeat, each embarrassment, each sadness, plus everyone can't advance ahead with any true pace, since everyone remains carrying all that stuff. That history is over. It's completed. Everyone can't modify one solitary syllable concerning it. But everyone surely does not need for review it every sunrise. Lay it away. Speak. I'm at serenity through my history. I've discovered whatever I required for gain. I drop it through affection, and next peer ahead through those lids of somebody which truly trusts how some nice event is arriving. I'm enveloped within affection, plus everything remains well. Basic. Nearly hilariously basic, however still hugely potent. State it during those mornings once everything seems anything except well. Utter it while everyone remains resting inside, commutes, delayed, stressed. Sure, this world has chosen you personally for trouble. I'm enveloped within affection, plus everything remains well. It won't mend that commute, yet it shall mend you, and some mended you manages everything superior. Currently, he remains whatever I need everyone to comprehend concerning utilizing those mantras, since that manner counts exactly as greatly as that content. Initially, frequency remains essential. Everyone has been claiming those elder useless phrases toward yourself for ages, maybe eras. Everyone can't reverse that through one excited midday of mantras plus next some lengthy quiet. Everyone must iterate those claims. Utter them during the dawn before everyone scans that device. True, prior I realize it's some radical concept. Speak them within the nighttime prior rest, once your hidden psyche remains most welcoming for fresh directives. Utter them inside that vehicle, within that bath, while everyone cleans those plates. Murmur them, yell them if everyone requires for record them out. That frequency isn't everyone attempting for reprogram yourself. That frequency remains everyone replacing some elder system through some superior one. Additionally, everyone should utter them through emotion. Some dull, tired robotic rehearsal regarding those phrases shall perform quite little. That emotion remains that transport signal. That emotion remains whatever offers those phrases their strength. While everyone speaks, I'm a force for wonders. Attempt for really sense that joy for that. Attempt for sense that vulnerability. Attempt for sense that small enjoyable thrill regarding somebody which truly awaits nice events. Albeit if everyone must pretend it at start, plus everyone shall need for pretend it at start, and that's entirely okay. Continue grasping for that emotion. That emotion remains whatever renders it actual. Thirdly, don't ever oppose yourself instantly thereafter. This remains that snare. Humans speak I'm wealthy plus next 30 moments later claim though I possess zero thought how I'm going for clear this invoice. That's similar for sowing some pit plus next excavating it out each 5 moments for watch over it. Abandon it solely. Utter that mantra. Believe that development. Once that skeptical idea arrives, and it shall arrive, your elder psyche remains quite stubborn. Merely speak, grateful for communicating. Plus revert toward that announcement. Fourthly, search regarding proof. This remains that joyful phase. After everyone begins rehearsing those mantras regularly, start maintaining some tiny log, psychological or documented, regarding those fashions in which they're turning factual. That unpredicted wealth which surfaces, that partnership which heals, that wellness which slowly changes, that chance which appeared for arrive out of thin air. Once everyone gathers proof regarding your fresh narrative, everyone constructs conviction, and conviction, true conviction, remains the most potent inventive energy everyone has entry toward. And presently I wish to speak something toward all for you which have attempted this previously plus felt like zero occurred. I notice you and I desire for provide you this idea. Maybe that transition state occurring inside some plane everyone might not yet observe. Possibly matter state shifting below ground, similar to tendrils growing prior that flora ruptures that exterior. Development which is unperceived remains still development. That reality which everyone couldn't watch it, didn't signify it stayed not occurring. And possibly softly, without any criticism, everyone quit purely prior that miracle. This remains agonizingly frequent. That miracle nearly forever arrives at that second, once it appears most unachievable. It's that essence for reality. The pit germinates within that gloom, not inside that glow. Thus, if everyone is intending for attempt this, plus I quite greatly trust everyone is, I request that everyone offer it some true, complete, dedicated trial. No 1 week, no 2 fortnights. Offer it 30 mornings for routine repetition. Attend toward those mantras every individual dawn. 30 sunrises regarding arising and prior this earth takes its grip on you. Utilizing 5 through 10 moments announcing which everyone truly is, plus whatever everyone remains truly fit of. Only 30 sunrises, and next return back and inform me 0 transformed. I believe everyone shall discover how matters have changed significantly. Here remains your single tiny move for presently. Merely select that mantra out of this inventory which causes everyone to sense that highest friction. Everyone identifies that piece. That one which once everyone utters it, segment for you instantly states, look, that remains surely not factual. That remains that one. That remains that exact one everyone requires highest. Record it out, place it locations, everyone shall observe it. Speak it 10 counts tonight, prior everyone rests. That remains all. 1 mantra, 10 iterations tonight. That remains your summons toward start. Since starting remains everything, that ideal second remains this, now. Not once matters subtle below. Not once everyone senses extra certain. Not once everyone has organized through those different issues initially. Presently, through everything precisely while it stays. Everyone does not require for being mended prior everyone starts. Everyone starts so as for being mended. That announcement arrives initially. That proof trails. This remains that massive mystery which many humans exhaust their entire existences orbiting without ever quite arriving within that center regarding it. Everyone does not await for sense deserving plus next utter meritoriously. Everyone utters meritoriously and that sentiment regarding merit trails. Everyone does not await for sense prosperous plus next reason prosperously. Everyone reasons prosperously and affluence trails. That announcement remains that trigger. That encounter remains that result. Many humans hold it completely reversed. Everyone desires that encounter initially so everyone might next sense secure announcing it. Yet that remains no way how that principle functions. That announcement should arrive initially within conviction prior that proof and that proof shall arrive. I realize this requires bravery. True bravery. It's truly quite exposed for remain within that center regarding some hard situation and speak out loud, I am wealthy, I am led, I'm cherished. Everything remains progressing forward for my greatest benefit. It seems hazardous, it seems arrogant. Certain quite rational segment for everyone shall gesture toward those data regarding your present condition plus speak. Pardon me, yet have everyone peered about recently? And everyone shall have for watch that sounds sweetly within those lids and speak. Indeed, I perceive where we rest and I likewise realize where we're traveling. And these twin matters aren't inside opposition. One remains my present location. That other remains my goal. And I recognize my goal. There remains conviction. No one hopeful dreaming. No one rejection. Conviction. That material regarding matters desired for, that proof regarding matters not yet perceived. Everyone isn't merely some gathering regarding your former events. Everyone isn't that total regarding your poorest seconds. Everyone isn't identified through whatever has not yet succeeded out. Everyone remains some spectacular inventive holy soul through entry toward endless brilliance plus limitless potential which has purely been offered several quite useless directives through that path. And presently, if everyone picks presently, everyone might start offering yourself superior ones. I'm thankful regarding this chance for talk toward everyone sincerely since each human which views some clip like this, which desires for evolve, which stretches out regarding something superior, which denies for believe how this remains all there exists, each one regarding those humans renders this planet some bit shinier. Everyone being here holding this earnestly remains already some move for conviction. Presently this world remains observing how everyone arrived already. Something remains within movement. So let's conclude through those mantras once extra count. Speak them through me. Utter them like everyone intends them. Speak them similar to that individual everyone is within that journey regarding evolving, remains already waiting exactly there alongside everyone, smiling, realizing whatever remains arriving. I'm sacredly led within every my paths. I'm a force for wonders. Undeserving regarding affection, plenty, plus happiness. I'm unlocked and welcoming toward every benefit. I'm well, sound, plus finished. I'm thriving within everything that I perform. I'm inhabiting my holy sense. I'm at serenity through my history, plus thrilled regarding my destiny. I'm enveloped within affection, plus everything remains well. I'm sufficient. I've forever stayed sufficient. I shall forever stay sufficient. Wonderful. Presently transport those through everyone. If this clip appealed towards something inside everyone, and I trust it succeeded, I wish for beckon everyone for perform several matters. Initially, distribute this through somebody which requires it. Everyone recognizes precisely which I'm speaking regarding. That single human which has stayed fighting, which has dropped some bit regarding their glow, which could profit from hearing those phrases presently. Ship it toward them without formality. Merely ship it. That remains some move for affection, plus this earth requires extra regarding those. Secondly, join us, remain. Return back tomorrow, plus that following sunrise, and that sunrise following that, since this remains some routine, not some single instance occurrence. Those nice matters within this existence remain nurtured. Everyone is developed through steady sunrise to sunset loyal focus. And I shall stay exactly here each sunrise with extra reality and extra inspiration. And I vow extra comedy, since everyone remains surely not intending for treat ourselves so gravely, so as everyone neglects for relish that path. And thirdly, while I adore this one, drop some remark underneath and inform me which regarding those mantras everyone is intending for announce as your private presently. Inform me which one everyone is intending for record onto some sheet for parchment and place onto your glass. Inform me which one cause everyone for sense that tiny shiver regarding anything. Optimism, awareness, thrill, once everyone heard it. I review each remark. I intend that. And there exists anything quite potent regarding recording your announcement below plus placing it out toward that universe, albeit inside some remark area. It renders it actual. It remains some tiny move regarding dedication, and dedication remains where that enchantment starts. Everyone isn't here through chance. Everyone discovered this clip since certain segment regarding everyone realized it stayed clock for cease awaiting, clock for cease compromising, clock for cease offering that highest potent inventive energy within this cosmos, your private sound, your private phrases, your private. I am those incorrect directives. Everyone remains spectacular. Everyone remains led. Everyone remains sufficient. Plus that truly finest remains forever still for arrive. Presently move in habit while everyone trusts how because it's factual. And way below, at some point below all that uncertainty plus all that fatigue and all that not exactly presently, everyone already recognizes it. Subscribe. Comment. Join Scovel Spirit daily. Stay blessed. From Florence Scovel Shinn.